Let me ask you about 2020. So when I met you back in February of 2020, how deep were you in the real estate wholesale game at that time?
So I started wholesaling June 2019, okay? I quit my job, a car business job, high profile car business job in May of 2019. Walked out, no plan. I was ready for something different. I was a finance manager, I was crushing it, but they just kept messing with my money. And I didn't want people messing with my money, you know? And,
you were a finance manager?
I was a finance manager.
Dude, you guys make bank. Finance managers make good money.
Yeah, so I'm 28 now, just turned 28 in April. So 3 years ago, I was 25 years old. I was making 500, 600 grand a year. Commission.
Dude, it's hard to walk away from that though. Yes. How were they messing with your money?
Well, every time I was one of the best closers in the country. And every time I have a record-breaking month, they'd be like, we don't want to pay you 70 grand.
Oh shit.
We don't want to pay you 60 grand. Oh, you made too much money. Oh, you made more money than the freaking general manager.
So it pisses you off. And yeah, I guess that anger they lost you in the whole industry because of that. That kind of happened to me in collections. Yeah. I was the best when I first got into it in 2005 with no experience. Yeah. I came in and like the first 30, 60 days started slapping everybody around and they were promising to make me a manager, promising. They never did it. So I left and I went to go work at an actual agency. Yeah. My first actual debt collection agency, because I started off in-house at a furniture store in their collections department. But so getting back to you in 2020, when did you start wholesaling exactly?
So June 2019, I opened up my very first LLC, well, at least for wholesaling. Opened up my first business, and then it took me 3 or 4 weeks. I got my first contract.
Ooh.
I got my first contract.
What marketing channel was that from?
Cold calling.
Cold calling.
Cold calling.
Okay.
So I get my first contract.
You cold called yourself?
No, I had callers.
How many callers did you have?
I had 2 callers at that time.
You had 2 callers. So
2 callers.
What market was that?
Charlotte.
Okay.
Yep. And I had 2 callers, got my first deal. I'm like, bam, this is easy.
You pulled the list, skip traced it, had 2 callers calling it, you locked up your first deal within a month.
Locked up my first deal.
How much was that assignment fee?
Well, here's the crazy part. So the house is paid off. Seller is looking for $240. I have it. I'm good to go. I lock it in at $240. I have a buyer at $280, potentially $290. House has been paid off for 20 years. Buyer's ready to go. Seller's ready to go. Everything. I get a call from the attorney's office, because North Carolina is an attorney state, not an escrow state. And he goes, listen, Habitat for Humanity has 25 years first right of refusal. They refuse to sell the property.
Wow. So you lost your first deal?
Bam, gone. Second deal, lock it in. $1.3 million house in the mountains. I got it locked in. The guy wanted 1.1. I got it locked in at 850. House was in perfect condition. Didn't need anything in the mountain community. Called everybody I could think of, skip traced every local buyer, spoke to everybody. Nobody wanted it.
Because it was a high-end property.
Because it was a high-end property price point in the mountains. Yeah. Couldn't dispute it. Third deal, locked the property in. Lady's ready to go. She starts backing out. I'm having to sue her for specific performance. House is falling apart.
That's your third deal?
Yeah, house is falling apart. 2,500 square feet. Lady talked to who knows who, even though I gave her exactly what she wanted, 150, ARV was 270, 280. She goes, I gotta cancel the contract. I'm having to sue her. So now that's dragging out.
Dude,
for
let's
6-7 months.
pause for 1 second. Yeah. So everyone that is in this business, if you're either getting into this business or if you've been in this business for a couple years, right? If you can remember your first deals, everybody struggles in this business at the beginning. I feel like it's like the business gods testing your patience,
if you want it,
and letting you know, hey, you're not gonna break into this that easy. Yeah. Like you rarely have a story. I don't even think I've ever heard a story where they say, I got my first wholesale deal and made $100,000 and it was super fucking easy. Yeah. Like I haven't heard one person say that. Yeah. You know, it's just crazy. Every time I hear people's stories, it's like, I lost my first deal, bro. I locked up my deal. I was gonna make, it was a small one. I kind of got screwed by the buyer, but I was gonna make 10 grand. I knew I could have made 20. Yeah. I just said, you know what, it's my first deal. I just wanna clear it. I'll do it. And then COVID hit and they said, you know what, we're not buying after all.
Yeah.
So I lost my first deal from there. But so let's fast forward.
Yeah.
Your first 3 deals. So how many deals did it take you to actually stick to get your first one cleared, and how much did you make?
So it actually took me, if I remember correctly, 4 deals.
So on your 4th deal, finally success.
Finally got it. Well, the first 3 fell through. This lady that I was suing, she was like, you know what? I do need to sell this. She came to her senses.
Okay.
She goes, I do not need to be living in a 2-story house.
That was your 3rd deal?
Bedroom. Yeah. Initially, it was my 3rd deal, but then there was one more that fell apart afterwards. So this deal was technically my 4th deal, my 4th try. So that's when it came together.
How much you make? And, how much you make?
So actually on this one, I took out a hard money loan because I was planning to flip it to Open Door.
Okay.
Because it was kind of in the middle of nowhere and nobody was buying.
That was in 2019 or 2020 already?
2019.
At the end, towards the end.
Towards the end, but the deal didn't close until 2020, January 2020.
Oh, right before the event.
Yeah.
How much did you make?
Did
you sell it to Open Door?
Yeah. After everything, after all the Open Door fees, hard money, carrying costs, everything, 54 grand.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a rip.
54 grand.
That's a rip for your first deal, bro?
Yeah, first deal.
People always get desperate on their first deal and they make like 5-10 grand.
Yep.
You rip that shit, dude. Dude, good for you, bro.
Yep.
I didn't know that.